Hey guys, how's it going? So today's big news, we are converting the Digitex Futures Exchange into a DAO, into a decentralized autonomous organization that is going to be owned and controlled by its traders, basically by the Digitex community. How are we going about doing that? Well, we're going to tokenize ownership of Digitex Limited into 1 billion tokens that we're going to call, this is a brand new token that we're going to call the DigiDAO token. You like that? Hey, DigiDAO. So 1 billion DigiDAO tokens are going to represent equity ownership of Digitex Limited with all the, ownership and governance rights that go with, equity ownership. Those 1 billion tokens are going to be created on October the 1st of this year. And probably the other big news about this is that none of those tokens are being sold. I'm not selling any of those tokens. I'm giving away 80% of those tokens to current Digitex token owners. I'm going to keep back 20% for myself because, I'm not just giving this away. I want to stay relevant. I want to keep influence over this, but that influence, my influence, is going to gradually diminish over time. And the way we're doing that is those 800 million DigiDAO tokens that I'm giving away to the community, they're being locked into a smart contract on October the 1st, and they're going to be released on a daily release schedule over the course of 5 years. So over the course of 5 years, people that own Digitex tokens, that have those Digitex tokens deposited in our exchange, they will receive their proportional share of the daily release of DigiDAO tokens each day over the course of 5 years. Now, the 20% that I'm keeping, they're also going to be released to me on a daily release schedule over the course of 1 year. And the reason I'm doing it that way is basically it means as a DAO, I'm going to be the majority owner of tokens for just over a year, which means as a DAO, I've pretty much got say over any vote that we have. Now, I've done that on purpose because at this stage that we're at now, we're still in development. It just makes more sense for me to retain the kind of control that I've got now over it, and that control diminishes over time. Over the course of the next 18 months, the way the release schedule is going to work, after 18 months, I'm going to be in minority. After 2 years, the public is going to own 320 million DigiDAO tokens, and I'm going to own 200 million. After 3 years, the public's going to own 480 million. After 5 years, they're going to own 800 million tokens, and I'm only going to have 200 million. So after 5 years, my influence has diminished to, very, very firmly a minority person. In the first year, I retain control, and then it gradually diminishes after that. So why are we converting the Digitex Futures Exchange into a DAO? And why am I just giving those tokens away instead of, it obviously has value. Why am I not selling it instead of giving it away? Well, the first question, why are we converting it into a DAO? It's basically a trust thing. It's basically, there's a key man risk with me owning 100% of Digitex Limited. It's not trustless. There is an element of risk there in that who knows what I'm going to do. Obviously, I'm going to work in the best interest of Digitex, but it really is a trust thing. I believe to get the Digitex token and the Digitex Futures Exchange to the next level, the next price point, I believe that it has to be trustless. It has to be more ownership has to be more decentralized. It just makes it more robust, more stable, and for my personal reasons, I believe that giving away 80% of it actually makes the 20% that I'm keeping, that's going to be worth more than if I kept the full 100%. I think this really does take it to the next level. I believe that by giving it away, the effect that that's going to have, because I'm not just giving it away willy-nilly. This isn't an airdrop to just random people who are then just going to dump the token. This is being given away over a period of time, over 5 years, to Digitex token owners that are keeping those Digitex tokens in the Digitex Futures Exchange. So, that is going to that's going to have an effect on the Digitex token price. Now it's not just traders that want to use the Digitex Futures Exchange that need to buy the Digitex token. There's going to be a whole new class of investors coming in that are interested in equity ownership and governance of what is going to be a monster of an exchange. And the only way they can get those tokens is to buy Digitex tokens and hold them. There's going to be a whole new class of people that just buy and hold Digitex tokens, and that is going to naturally constrict supply. People are going to be very incentivized when they buy their Digitex tokens to take them off the exchanges. They're not just going to keep them on Mercatox and HitBTC or in their, hardware wallet. They're going to put them into the exchange in order to receive their daily, basically dividend of DigiDAO tokens. That's what people are naturally going to do. It's naturally going to constrict supply. It's naturally going to increase demand for the Digitex token. So basically what I'm doing is I'm taking, a valuable asset that I own it completely right now, and by giving it away in this manner, I'm not really just giving it away. That the value of that asset is being passed through to the Digitex token effectively. That's what's happening here. And I believe that's going to be very, very good for the Digitex token price in, just that element of constricting supply and increasing demand, but just the whole trustlessness thing, the fact that it is a DAO, that it's controlled and owned by its community, I think that also pushes the price up too. That's my motives for doing it. I believe it's going to be very, very, very good for the Digitex Futures Exchange. I believe that's what takes us to a top 20 coin in, probably a couple of years. And that's where I stand with it. I could go on a lot about the mechanics of it. We're publishing, there's a bunch of bullet points below this video that go on about the mechanics. So I'll leave that to be read and digested by you. And then on Wednesday, I'm going to do a live AMA where you can ask whatever question. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of questions about this. So Wednesday, I'm going to do an AMA where I answer all those questions, and then we can go into more detail on that. This video, I just wanted to talk about the concept and that, this is what's happening. And, I'm very excited to be doing this. All right, so I'll cut it there. Join me on Wednesday, and I'll answer all your questions then. All right, cheers, guys.